In only 3 copies out of the 50 examined was any mention made in any direct or indirect sense to any of these subjects. In 1 copy published by a national firm, a brief article gave tips for filling out income tax forms, accompanied by a table showing the tax increases over a 5-year period. 1 copy of another company publication related stock values to business volume. Perhaps the article should be understood by a stockbroker or a certified public accountant, but in all candidates, I had great difficulty in comprehending its meaning. 1 publication had a forthright, hard-hitting editorial about the trends in unemployment compensation. Another publication did explain in simple, easy-to-read terms the reason for company layoffs. To get a comparison, I checked 2 issues of Solidarity, the UAW publication. It just had these 2 issues. 10 well-written articles on the selected subjects appeared. Numerous other references were made to some of the issues in other articles. About 50% of the column inches were devoted to political news and viewpoints. Another 60% covered such subjects as public welfare, health legislation, education, housing, senior citizens, and similar gut issues that concern the workers. Frequent derogatory innuendos and sometimes outright criticism of business appeared. Yet the company publications going to the same workers made no mention of the issues involved. Prior to this particular talk, I reviewed several current copies of telephone company publications that are issued to employees. I read about a clerical employee winning a speech award in a night school class, another about Michigan Week, the March of Dimes drive, filing tax returns, alcoholism, safety, maintaining service in bad weather, and training methodologies. I saw pictures galore about personalities in the respective companies on such things as weddings, promotions, retirements, and activities outside the company jobs. They were excellent for ego boosting, which is legitimate for morale purposes. I saw 3 excellent articles interpreting company problems and conditions. One was entitled Confronting Problems of Change. Another was called Putting the Rate Case Together, and another featured top company executives in a question and answer session designed to give understanding of some of the problems. General Telephone ran a series of 6 articles on many of the issues involved in its operations that has been compiled into 1 pamphlet that illustrates better than anything I can say what I think should be done to inform your employees and what the public thinks is better for your problems and why it is necessary to have rate increases. This is what I call communication with a purpose. It emblematizes a sound, sensible, practical business communication. I am not criticizing the publications, nor any subject matter in them. I am questioning whether more should be in them about the basic issues on which employees and the public should be informed. I am not critical of the comments. I am skeptical about what is left out. I am asking you, are you using your publication for economic education? Are you using your meetings, your communication facilities, your annual reports to explain your business, your problems, and the impact of these critical issues on each employee and each customer and each community in which you operate? I am asking you if your annual reports are understood by anyone except a CPA or a lawyer. Do you put out a simplified report which says to employees, here is how much money we took in, here is how much we spent for wages and fringe benefits, here is how much we spent for equipment to keep people working here, here is how much we had left for distribution to stockholders who provide the money to keep us in business? I reviewed several copies of the CWA News. They were packed with political issues, legislative goals, economic issues, developments in locals throughout the service area where workers had scored some victories over management. An editorial was entitled, "Our Corporate Freeloaders." It referred to another article about a report by Representative Vanek of Ohio on tax reform proposals to redistribute wealth, to give the worker more and the corporation less.
A pen. Let's see. This one might work.